All right, we live. I want to say all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rakakadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and Shalom to the believers around the world, and double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. And I'm your brother Yakanan from the Sons of Asaph channel. And back at you with another lesson. This one is the controversy of Zion. The controversy of Zion. Okay. All right. And as you should know, we got Israel in turmoil. The prophecies are being fulfilled. Ezekiel 38, war, Joel, the scriptures in Joel about the Armageddon, the final battle, is starting to take shape. Okay. And what is this all for? What is this battle all about? It is for the controversy of Zion. All right. The true people are the Lord. Okay. Who are they? Okay. And why is this happening? It's happening is because the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, and he turneth wheresoever he will. All right. And in that king being Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. All right. All right. And let me get into that. Go ahead and read that for you. All right, because we don't have our own free will. The Most High, this whole Bible was written for all the prophecies in it to be fulfilled. Every last prophecy will be fulfilled. Every last one. All right. Proverbs 21 and 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Okay. So the Lord turneth the heart of these kings in which he raised up. Right now, America is being ruled by Biden. All right. And the other kings around the earth, the Lord controls them. All right. And he is sanctioned, all right, by decree that all these nations be destroyed and brought down. All right. And the only nation left standing is the children of Israel, the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel, you Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics, and of the seed of the fathers. All right. You're the ones that's going to inherit the planet Earth. All right. Okay. And we'll get into it real quick. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. And it reads, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. All right. And when we go to verse 8, a time to love, a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. And we're currently in the time of war. Okay. Most people should be able to see that. It's all over the news. All right. All right. We have Israel being the least, the nation that will draw Babylon the Great out. Okay. And Babylon the Great has been drawn to the valley of Jehoshaphat. All right. And this great war is going to take place here. I mean, in the valley of Jehoshaphat or Jehoshaphat for the controversy of Zion. All right. All right. So Luke 21 and 25. Luke 21 and 25. Luke 21 and 25. And there should be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations. Aren't we seeing that right now? With perplexity, the sea and the waves roam. Okay? Men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking for those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. The powers of rulership, okay, the rulership being given to Esau, Edom, all right, the so-called white man during this time, the Roman Empire, okay, all right, those powers are being shaken right now, all right. We're in the cups of the final war, okay, all right. So those signs in heaven, let me read that again. Verse 25, and there should be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. All right. And today is the Sabbath day. All right. The Sabbath comes in on the new moon. All right. Unbeknownst to most people, it comes in on the new moon. Okay. It does not come in on Saturday, every Saturday. All right. It comes in according to the new moon. Because in the ancient world, there was no Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. It didn't exist. Okay, they used the moon to dictate the feast days and the season. Okay, seasons for the feast days. All right, Sabbath day, the 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 holy day, the holy feast day. All right. Feast of Tabernacles and so forth. All right. All right. I guess I'll go ahead and get that in Isaiah chapter 1. I'm just here to give you the truth and nothing but the truth. Isaiah 1, all right, in verses 14. Your new moons and your appointed feasts, my soul hateth. They are trouble unto me. I am weary to bear them. All right. So the Lord, the new moons and the appointed feast, the Sabbath day, came in at the new moon. That's how you figure the Sabbath. All right. It doesn't come in according to every Saturday. All right. So today is the Sabbath day. It came in on the 14th. All right. Last night on the 14th. You can just look on your phone for new moon and it'll tell you that the new moon came in last night. All right. And that new moon came with a ring of fire, an eclipse. All right. All right. So this right now, we're currently in the time of war. Okay. All right. We're currently in the time of war. And in a ring of fire, the Lord brought a ring of fire on the Sabbath day, an eclipse. Okay, so this is notable as a sign. Okay, all right. We are currently in the last days. All right, in which the Lord has sanctioned America, Babylon the Great, to be destroyed. Okay, for the wickedness being carried on, and for the children of Israel that were destroyed in this land. All right, that built Babylon the Great, the Negroes, the Native Americans, all right, and subsequent Israelite tribes, all right, tribe of Judah, the Negroes, Benjamin, West Indian, Levi, the Haitian, Simeon, the Dominican, Zebulon, the Guatemalans and Panamanians, Ephraim, the Puerto Ricans, Manasseh, the Cubans, Gad, the North American Indians, Reuben, the Seminole Indians, Naphtali, the Argentinians to Chile, Asher, the Colombians to Uruguay, and Issachar, the Mexicans. All right, who was all taken down by the so-called white man. All right, and it was biblical prophecy that we would go down. All right, and we would serve the so-called white man and build that kingdom. All right, mostly Negroes built the White House. All right, and those subsequent national law and all that was built by Negro slaves. All right, okay. Just a little tidbit for you. All right. But anyway, we're in a time of war. All biblical prophecies will be fulfilled. Okay. Revelation 1 and verses 3. Revelation 1 and verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Okay. Isaiah 55 and 11. Isaiah 55 and 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. it shall not return unto me void, but it shall prosper. It shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So all the prophecies that are listed in the Bible are going to come true. All the prophecies. All right. Isaiah 34 and 16. Isaiah 34 and 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord, which his name is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahweh Shai in Paleo Hebrew. And read, no one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. For my mouth it has commanded, and his spirit it has gathered them. All right, so we're gathering the elect of Israel through the word of the Most High, and that's why I'm out here today. All right, to gather the elect of the Most High. All right, back to the true gospel of the Lord, that the children of Israel, all right, the 12 tribes of Israel, will inherit the kingdom of heaven, the sons and daughters of Jacob, all right, the chosen seed of the Lord, all right. You have to repent before it's too late, all right. Okay. Psalm 68 and 11. The Bible is a true book, and it reveals from the beginning to the end from the beginning. All right, tells the end from the beginning. All right, let's get that. Let's see here, I think it's Isaiah 46. Yeah, Isaiah 46, verse 8. Remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors. And then the Lord is talking to the Israelites. This whole book was written to the children of Israel, the Israelites, to the elect of Israel, so that they will hear the word of the Lord and quicken in the spirit and return back in spirit and truth, and leave off of wickedness, wicked practice, wicked philosophies, Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, and return back to the true power of heaven and earth. Okay, remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors. Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the power, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done. Saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. So all the Lord's pleasure that's coming from this Bible is going to come to pass. All right. Psalms 68 and 11. The Bible's a true book. The Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, gave the word. He gave the word. Great was the company of those that published it. Okay? Great was the company of those that published it. So the Bible's a true book. All right. So the 2 Peter 1 and 21. For the prophecy came not in old time by the will of man. So men just make this book up, okay? But holy men of the Most High spake as they were moved by the Holy Ghost or the Holy Spirit, okay? So this is a true book, right? Matthew 24, 3 through 8. Matthew 24, 3 through 8. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All of these are the beginning of sorrow. And that's the point that we're at today. We're at that time of the beginning of sorrows. All right. Okay, we got earthquakes. We got flooding, flooding in places that we normally wouldn't get. Atlanta, New York City, Vermont. Okay. Earthquakes. Just had one in Afghanistan. 2,000 people died. Okay. We had the wildfires that hit, okay, which took out that Lahana, Hawaii. All right. So we had these calamities come upon us. All right. Okay. So segueing into the lesson, John prophesied of 3 world wars. Okay. All right. Let's read Revelation 8 and 13. Revelation 8 and 13. Revelation 8 and 13. And it reads, and I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the 3 angels, which are yet to sound. So John the Revelator was able to envision the 3 world wars that would hit Babylon the Great, America. Okay, all right, would hit the earth. All right, 3 world wars that would hit the earth. All right, not just Babylon. All right, not just America. World war. Okay, all right. I'm gonna read that again. And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth by the reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the 3 angels, which are yet to sound. That's 3 world wars. All right. Revelation 9 and 12. One woe is past, World War I past, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter. All right. And this is where we are now, Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, World War II past, and behold, the third woe coming quick. All right, that third woe is coming quick. All right, destruction, global war. All right, World War III. All right, the war to end all be all is taking shape right now before our eyes. All right, we know this is not going to happen until they institute the MOTB, all right, which is the mark, okay, all right. Everybody is going to have to bow down to that MOTB first, okay, before the end comes, all right, because this is going to be in the midst of it, all right. Great tribulation, famine, all right, the MOTB, martial law, all of that's coming, all right, real soon. So World War III is taking shape. Nuclear bombers are on the alert. Biden ordered 2 aircraft carriers to the Middle East. All right. All right. So the people that are there, the Israelis, they are the Edomites. All right. So-called white man. All right. They all the Edomites. They're the same people. All right. Okay. They are the Edomites and they're the Israelites. All right, we're brothers. All right, okay, we're brothers, twin brother, Jacob and Esau. Jacob being the 12 tribes of Israel, the Edomites being the so-called white man that's over here that put us in captivity, along with the chief tribe of Amalek, which is the Israelis over there. All right, the small heads. All right, that's who they are. Okay, they represent Amalek. Okay, all right, and they're going up against Ishmael, the Arabs, right? So-called Palestinians. All right. So it's Amalek versus the Arabs, okay, which would mean the Edomites versus the Arabs. Okay, they are the ones that are occupying the land right now. They're all right. They're the Gentiles occupying the land. Okay. 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 Ownership of Israel. Who was it given to in the beginning? It was given to the Israelites. Okay. All right. But when they disobeyed, all right, they broke the commandments of the Lord. The Lord cast them out of the land. All right. So the people that are in the land right now are not the true people of the Lord. And that's the reason why they got war. They're constantly at war with one another. All right. So you Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics, you are the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. The seed of the fathers of Jacob. All right. All right. Romans 9 and 3. Now first I'll read 2nd Ezra 6. 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. All right. All right. 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of time? When will be the end of the world? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followed? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world. Okay. They're currently in rulership right now, the Romans, the so-called white man. All right. And they're going to cause the end of this age. Okay. The end of this age, this time period. They're going to cause the end of it. All right. All right. Through nuclear destruction. All right. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. So the Lord is telling you how he's going to set up the rulership, and it's going to go to the 12 tribes of Israel and through Yahushua, okay, the Savior, and 144,000 righteous men and prophets, okay, all right, with the 1/3 of Israel, all right, the great multitude that's going to gain salvation. In other words, they're going to be taken up out of the way when these missiles are launched from the end of the earth. When these missiles are launched, the chariots of the Lord are going to save them out of the way. Okay, take them out of this destruction. Okay, because there's no other way out. Okay, most of the people that are here in Babylon, the Great America, will be destroyed. Okay, all right, it will be destroyed. I guess I get that in Amos 9 and 8. Amos 9 and 8. And it reads, for behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom. And that sinful kingdom is America, Babylon the Great. All right. In which you can be anything you want to be in this world. How you doing? All right. You know you're an Israelite according to the Bible. All right. Behold, huh? Yes. Need to learn about it. Right? Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom. I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. Okay, so did you hear that? Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, which is America, Babylon the Great, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saying that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. Okay, so what you have to understand is the Lord is going to preserve Jacob, 12 tribes, all right, right, from the destruction that's coming. So we go to Romans 9:3, read that. Romans 9:3. And it says, but I could wish that myself were accursed from the Mashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promise, whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, the Hamashiach came, who is over all, the Most High blessed forever. Amen. So the Lord, the Mashiach came for the elect of Israel, the seed line of the fathers of the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, that seed line, that lineage. Okay, he's coming, he's returning to save them. Okay, not the whole world. All right. Let's go to Second Esdras 3, verse 9 through 16. Because the Lord set up two people to rule the planet Earth. All right, Jacob and Esau. All right. And Esau has the dominion right now. He has the dominion of the earth, the whole earth, planet Earth. All right, the rulership, all right, of the whole planet Earth. But as we read in Second Esdras 6 and 7, Jacob is that follow, the rulership that will follow. Okay, let me go back and read that again, so you can understand it. All right. See, all these prophecies are going to be fulfilled. So the Lord gives you basically the end of the movie right there is telling you that Jacob's going to rule. Okay, and then Esau, Edom, this kingdom, these rulers are going to be cast out. All right, Second Esdras 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followed? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, because we're holding the heel of Esau right now, all right, and pulling him down out of rulership by prophesying out here on the highways and byways to the Lord, and the Lord is manifesting and hearing us and bringing forth the manifestation of the prophecies in this book. That's what's happening. All right. Okay. So verses 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. Because Esau was put by the Lord. All right. He was the firstborn of Rebekah and Isaac, and he was supposed to receive the dominion of the earth, period. But the Lord created him for another purpose, and that is to put wickedness in the earth and plant wickedness in the earth. Okay, that's why the Lord created Esau. Okay, so even though he was the firstborn, the Lord couldn't give him permanent dominion of the earth, permanent. Okay, but he did give him a long rulership. You're looking at a rulership from the Greeks to the Romans. That's 1,000 years, thousands or so years. Yeah. Okay, so I don't have the exact number, but they've been ruling now for a long time. I mean, not long in America. America 1776 to now, so that ain't that long. Okay, but anyway, let's go to Second Esdras 3. See where I started. 9 through 16. Let's read that. Esau represents these small hats, all right? They're the ones in Israel right now occupying the land. All right, but it's not their land. Okay, small hats represent Amalek according to the scriptures. This is not their land. Okay, it belongs to the Israelites, not the Edomites. Okay, of the Bible. Second Esdras 3, verse 9. All right, so after the flood, this is where this is beginning. After the flood of Noah, all right, verse 9. Again, in the process of time, thou broughtest the flood upon those that dwell in the world and destroyeth them. And it came to pass in every of them that as death was to Adam, so was the flood to thee. Nevertheless, one of them thou leftest, namely Noah, with his household, of whom came all righteous men. And it happened that when they that dwelt upon the earth began to multiply, and had gotten them many children, and were a great people, they began again to be more ungodly than the first. Now when they lived so wickedly before thee, thou didst choose thee a man from among them whose name was Abraham. Him thou lovest, and unto him only thou showest thy will. Okay, so Abraham became that next chosen seed, okay, from Noah. All right, and unto him, this is the point, and unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac also thou gavest Jacob and Esau. Okay, that's the two twin brothers. Okay, that would govern the earth. All right, in rulership. All right. As for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee. Let me read that again. As for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee, and put by Esau. And so Jacob became a great multitude. So the Lord put by Esau, the so-called white man. So right, he gave him a consolation prize, and that is the gift of the sword. All right, so that he could go out and conquer, and that's exactly what he did. He went and conquered the Native Americans. He conquered the Israelites that were ruling over in Europe. All right, during the 1300s. All right. Because if you remember in high school, they told us that in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. All right. They came over to here, they took down the Native Americans. And at the same time, before that, they had took down the tribe of Judah that was dwelling over there in Europe for 1,000 years. All right. All right. They took them down after the Dark Ages. Okay. Let's see, can I get some more light? No light at all. Turn this way. It's a little bit more anyway. It's a little bit more right there. I'll leave it right there. Let me switch some stuff around. Salaki. All right. It's so dark. So anyway, all right, he put by Esau. All right, that's a little bit better view. All right, so Esau was put by the Lord. All right, why? Because he was wicked. All right, and the Lord created him to be wicked. All right, and they're representative of the small hats and the so-called white man around the world. Okay, they have gained the whole dominion of the whole planet Earth. All right, and the Lord is going to destroy them off the earth and set up the kingdom of heaven with the children of Israel in rulership. All right, they're going to be raised up to rule, and Esau, Edom is going to be at the bottom. All right, and they're going to be servants to the children of Israel. Okay, as it was meant to be. Okay, as it was meant to be. All right, let's go to Deuteronomy 32 and 8. Because this is the way it should have been. And this is the way it's gonna be. All right, in the end. Deuteronomy 32 and 8. When the Most High divided the nations their inheritance when he separated the sons of Adam. He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. So Jacob, the 12 tribes, is a lot of the Lord's inheritance. All right, Jacob. All right, the small hats, the Amalekites, and the so-called white man are the Edomites. Okay, of the Bible. Okay, just to emphasize that. All right, they're the Edomites of the Holy Bible. All right, Isaiah 14, 1 through 3. All right, so the Lord is going to give that land which he gave to Israel. He's going to give it to the Israelites again. Okay, they're gonna get it back. All right, that's what this Bible is saying. Okay, and it's telling you that in Isaiah 14 and 1. Let's read that. Isaiah 14 and verse 1, and it reads, "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob." Okay, because Jacob represents the 12 tribes, the nation, the Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics who were destroyed on this side by the so-called whites, the so-called Edomites, the so-called white men. All right, they came over, they destroyed the Negroes that were ruling over in Europe at the time. All right, and put them on the islands of St. Thomas, Guinea. All right, on the sugar plantations. All right, of Jamaica. All right, Dominican Republic, and so forth. All right, then he came over here to this side and put the Negroes in captivity from West Africa. Okay, because they were placed there as well. The Negroes migrated there. Okay, from persecution. All right, so that's what it means. All right. All right, the Lord will have mercy because we've been destroyed as a people. Okay, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, So the land that's being occupied by the small hats right now is not their land. Okay. And the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. This scripture has not been fulfilled yet. We have the so-called small hats in the land, claiming that they are the holy people, in which they're just representative of one tribe, and that tribe being the Edomites. They're not the sons and daughters of Jacob. Okay. Okay. So let's move on here. Let's read Isaiah 14, 1. We'll read. We just read that, but we're gonna read down to 3. Because there's a point to be made. We'll go ahead and read verses 3. Isaiah 14 and 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. All right. So the question remains. Let's first analyze. Let's analyze that word bondage. It is the Hebrew word. It's a Hebrew word. This number 5656. It means, because I didn't write the word down, Salaki. Servile work, servitude, serve, labor. All right. The biblical usage is labor, service, work, slave, and captive. Okay. All right. So we'll go to Deuteronomy 28, chapter 68, verse. Deuteronomy 28, 68. Because what I'm trying to do is get you to be able to see who the true people of the Lord are. All right, Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Who went to Egypt before? It was the Negroes, all right? And the Egyptians were the Hamites that had us in captivity, all right? The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. So we went to another Egypt, all right? Okay, the Lord prophesied that we would go to another Egypt. And the Lord, this is how the Lord, you have to understand the Bible, he speaks in similitudes. Let's go to Hosea 12 and 10. Hosea 12 and 10, and it reads, I have also spoken by the prophets. The Lord speaks through the prophets. He doesn't come down out of heaven and yell out to the people in the world. Okay. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions. And this is the point, and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. So it's the similar things. We're in another Egypt, and it's America. Okay, America and the places where we were put into captivity. Okay, all right. If you can understand that. So again, Deuteronomy the 28th chapter and the 68th verse. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again, all right, into America, with ships. We know that happened. Cargo slave ships did arrive in America and around subsequent areas, right? By way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, your homeland where you came from, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. All right. So the question remains, when did this happen to the so-called small hats? When did this happen to them? Okay. The people that are dwelling there now run the world, the whole planet. Okay. They own Starbucks. They own, most of them are members of the Federal Reserve Bank. Okay. They own the money. All right. What else? They own all the media networks. All the media networks are owned by the small hats. Okay. And if you try to infringe on it, they'll put you to death. All right. Bill Cosby tried to own a media network, and what did they do to Bill Cosby? We've seen what happened to Bill Cosby. All right, look it up. All right, this boy spent a little time in prison, didn't he? Yeah. So see what happened. They just created a law to put him in prison out of thin air. Okay. All right. So anyway, they run the world. They rule the planet. But the Lord said that we will be at the bottom. Okay. So when did the so-called small hats, all right, you know, when were they slaves? When were they sold? You know what I'm saying? When were they put on cargo slave ships? All right, we're talking about the small hats over in Israel, okay, that are going to war. Okay, if the Lord was with them, you know, the Bible tells us that He would fight for them, and they would learn war no more. That's in the scriptures. There'll be no more war. Okay, when the true people of the Lord come back. All right. So those are just questions you need to ask yourself if you believe that they are the people. All right. Let's continue on. Another question. Another thing you need to analyze is that the scriptures tell us that the Israelites will go to Egypt and Babylon, okay? Both of which I explained are similitudes of the Lord. And Let's go to second Edges 15, 10, and 11, where it tells us what would happen. Well, let's just go ahead and read it. Second Edges 15 and 10. It says, "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt." That's here. Okay. We're the people that are suffering as a flock to the slaughter. Okay. Shot down in the street. Okay. The enemy doesn't have to pay for his crimes. Okay. All right. Let me see. Can I get that? Hold on a second. Let's read that scripture one more time. Salaki. "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I would not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof." That's what's happening all over the earth, and definitely in the areas in which we dwell. Okay, all the storms, the plagues, that's what that is. That's the Most High. It ain't no global warming. It's the Most High bringing plagues in the earth, and definitely in Babylon the Great. Okay, America. All right, he's bringing plagues, storms. All right, wildfires, all these things, calamities are coming upon the earth. Okay. So again, when did this happen? When did the children of Israel go? I mean the Salaki. When did the small hats come to America and were oppressed and in Babylon? Okay, never. Okay, so let's read Zechariah 2, 6, and 8. Because we want to prove that the prophets did come here. All right, the descendants came here. The descendants of the prophets are here. All right, Zechariah 2 verses 6. "Ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north." This is the land of the north he's speaking of. "Saith the Lord, for I have spread you abroad as the four winds of heaven, saith the Lord." See, this happened to the children of Israel. They were scattered to the four winds. All right. The small hats were not scattered to the four winds of the earth. They had one calamity event. All right. One. All right. And that's the atrocities over there in Germany. Right. One atrocity event. Okay. All right. And it didn't scatter them all over the earth. Okay. "Ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord. For I have spread you abroad as the four winds of heaven, saith the Lord." Verse 7. "Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwelleth." This is the point. "Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwelleth with the daughter of Babylon." The daughter of Babylon. This is another Babylon, another similitude. Egypt and Babylon are a similitude for America. Okay. All right. This is where the children of Israel were taken from the west coast. The royal house of Judah was taken from the west coast of Africa and delivered here. Okay. "But thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory has he sent me unto the nations, which spoiled you." We were spoiled. Okay. All right. The small hats, they've been spoiled. No, they're the richest on the planet. You got Zuckerberg owning Google. You have Spielberg owning Hollywood. Okay. All right. The small hats owning all the media networks. They're able to put into your mind anything that they want to put into it. Okay. All right. Because they own the media networks. All right. All right. So they are the rich of the earth. Okay. Not the poor. Right? So the small hats were never slaves in Babylon the Great. All right, America. All right. Micah 4 and 10. Micah 4 and 10. Talking about the small hats in Israel. Can't say the word because they take our videos down. Okay. It says, be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion. The Lord is telling you that they're descendants of Zion left. The daughter of Zion. That's what he means. Okay. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon. We came here on cargo slave ships. All right. Got a question? We came here on cargo slave ships. All right. Let me read that again. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion. That would be you Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics. All right. Okay. Like a woman in travail, for now shalt thou go forth out of the city. All right. We were the royal house of Judah was taken and had to flee for their lives out of Spain, Europe. All right. Went flee to areas in Africa and so forth, and then were tracked down again and sold to the Edomites, the so-called white man, and brought here to Babylon. All right, America. So that's what this is talking about. This did not happen to your small hats. Okay. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon. There shalt thou be delivered. There shalt thou be delivered. There the Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies. Okay, so the Lord would redeem us from Babylon. Okay, we would not be in the land of Israel. Okay, we're going to be delivered from the areas in which we were taken. Our ancestors were taken. Okay, all right, America mainly. So hopefully you got that. You understand that what I'm trying to prove is let you know that those people are not the people of the Lord. All right, they're the Edomites. All right, why do you think we support America? Babylon the Great supports Israel. They're the same people. That's why. And they have a stranglehold on them because they control the money. All right, and the corporations here in America. All right, and the politics, everything. They own the media. All right. Hopefully you can catch on. So small hats were never slaves in America for hundreds of years. All right. Firstly, the Most High hates Esau. He created him, and he hates him at the same time. All right, because he's the wicked of the earth. All right. Romans 9:13. Romans 9:13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Okay, we'll continue on. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? God forbid, Most High forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy. For the scriptures saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. So the Lord raised up Esau and Edom, the so-called Romans, to rule, okay, for a certain period of time, okay, but he's also going to take him out of power. And that's what this whole Bible is about. Okay, and it goes on to tell you uh, well, as he stated, he showed compassion on whom he have show compassion. Okay, we'll go ahead to Isaiah 45:7 to show you that the Lord creates evil. And he created these so-called Amalekites, these small hats, so-called white men, to bring evil in the earth. Okay, they are the wicked of the earth. Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Okay, so the Lord, he set them up to be the wicked on the earth. Okay, all right, so-called Edomites, so-called white men. All right, and that's why I think things are carrying on as they are now. Okay, all right, we headed toward World War III. Okay, because of them. Okay. Okay, let's read Exodus 17:16. Exodus 17:16. All right. For he said, because the Lord, whose name is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, has sworn that the Lord, whose name is Yahweh, will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. The Lord's going to have war with Amalek from generation to generation. These small hats, all right? They're the wicked of the earth. They are the wicked of the earth, and they're the ones that's bringing wickedness in the earth right now. Okay, they set policy. They set as far as the politics that go on in Washington. Okay, the war, they pay for the wars that are fought. Okay, they're the trillionaires of the earth. Your so-called super rich trillionaires. Okay. So again, for he said, because the Lord has sworn that the Lord, and we know that's Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Okay, and that's who right now is currently at war with the Arabs. All right, the so-called small hats and the Arabs. All right, how you doing? All right, you know you was an Israelite according to the Bible. All right. Definitely know that. All right, you know that? All right, we at the end times. Yeah, all right, okay. All right, okay. All right. Oh, great. Every day, all right, every day, all the time. Yeah. Fantastic. All right. All right. Oh, okay, so let me get back with it. So we know that the Lord is waging war with Amalek. How is he doing that? Through his prophet. We're out here on the highways and hedges, teaching the word, trying to bring our people back to the will of the Lord. All right. So the small hats, they converted to what is known as Judaism. All right. But behind the scenes, they say they're keeping the laws and so forth. But they have the spirit of Satan assisting them. But behind the scenes, they worship Baal. Right? They participate in child sacrifices. Okay. All right. So ask yourself, this is a question that is very easy. Would the Most High, if the true people were in the land, would he allow the Israelites to have gay parades? All right. To have those gay parades that they have every year. Okay. They have the largest gay parade ever. Okay, in Tel Aviv. Okay, would he allow that? No, because they're not the people of the Lord. That should let you know up front. Okay, they're not Israelites. They are Edomites. Okay, all right. They are the accuser of the brethren. They are the accuser of the brethren. All right. Did they not accuse Saddam Hussein of weapons of mass destruction? Now they're accusing the Arabs of terrorism. Okay, in which more than likely they perpetuated that situation to happen. Because how in the world were they able to just ride right into Israel with the technology that they had? Okay. So what we're talking about is they deceived the world, okay, through their media, and then they turned around and bombed Iraq with, okay, and killed like over, I think, 500,000 people. You have to understand that they use their media, their witchcraft. They own the media networks, these small hats. All right. Okay. They when I think it was when Obama came in, they put to death Gaddafi. All right, under terrorism, under the word terrorism. And if you think back, they called the Native Americans savages. Then they genocided them too. Okay. So that's just a brief history of the devil. Okay. The devil, meaning again, the deceiver, the accuser, all right, false accuser, and a metaphor for a man that opposes the cause of the Most High. Okay, and that's in the if you look that up in the blue letter, okay, you'll see that in the Greek. He's also the man of sin. All right, they're also the men of sin. All right, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let's read that. And it reads, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High." And Noah Nuval, I think it's Harari, Noah Harari, that's definitely his name. Noah Harari came forth. He's a small hat, okay, and he said that they don't need the Most High. They don't need the God of Israel anymore because they have technology. Okay, so this is revealing who the man of sin is. All right, he said that when the Most High, he even quoted what the Most High does. Okay, when we continue on in wickedness, the Lord sends a famine. All right, he said we don't have to worry about that anymore because we have harvested our own rain, and we have our own food, and we have rain system. He said they have rain system, so they don't need to worry about him causing a drought. Yeah, that's what he said. He said we don't have to worry about them causing a drought. And that's a direct quote from Noah Harari. You can find that online. All right. They believe that technology, okay, is far greater than the Most High. That's the people who are governing the planet Earth. They plan on bringing in Agenda 2030, in which they want to merge man with machine. All right, and eventually they want to chip you. They want to give you an RFID implant. All right, to buy and sell. That's their goal. All right. So let me, I guess, show maybe since the wind has slowed down a bit. I'll show get into that. I have an image. Of something. Yeah. This is the image. All right. This is what the man of sin wants to do to you. These so-called small hats. All right. All right. Let me show that to you. This is this right here is Klaus Schwab. He's a member of the World Economic Forum, in which they are a part of the United Nations has given them the green light to push forward the agenda, the new world order agenda. And this is what they're setting up as we speak. All right. That's the reason why you saw in Ohio, they pretty much blew up the town with a chemical, some sort of a chemical over there in Ohio a couple months, I would say a year ago. Okay. And they've been ever since for a long streak of period. They was derailing trains. Okay. They made a movie about it. Okay. White Noise. Just look that one up. This happened in real life. Okay. This is their agenda to destroy the land and put you in tent cities. I mean, 15-minute cities. All right. This is their goal. They want to put you like China. China, the surveillance system, all that. That's the goal of these small hats. All right. That's what they want to do to you. All right. And it coming forth with this implant, and they want to put this in your hand. Okay. That's their main goal. All right. It's these men right here. All right. Let me get that. See if I can get that. These men right here, these rich people that are in this picture right here. You know, Catholic Church. All right. Your Bushes. All right. Your so-called Rothschilds and so forth. They are the wicked of the earth. All right. And the small hats are in league, are the main ones, the chief tribe of all of them. Okay, they're the chief tribe, Amalek. All right. So this is what's coming in. This is what their agenda is, the 2030 agenda. All right. So they are the man of sin. That's what the Lord is talking about. It's a nation of people. All right. It's a nation of people. That's what it is. And we'll go to Micah 2, verses 1 and 3. Micah 2, verses 1 3. This is one of their mode of operations. Okay, this is the MO. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity. Okay, sin upon sin. That's what they do. Okay, and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because in the power of their hand, because they have all the money. All right, they're in rule. They can make these. They can pass these laws. Okay, unrighteous decrees in the earth. Okay, all right. Just like they passed the unrighteous decree with the poison that they issued out. Okay, I ain't gonna say what it is. You know what it is. All right, they issued poison. All right, with the pestilence 19. All right, and a lot of people died. Okay, the power was in their hand. Okay, to do that. All right, they used the media. All right, the TV. If you understand what I'm saying. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because in the power of their hand. Okay, and what do? And they covet fields. They covet land. Okay, right now they're coveting the land of Israel, more land that they should take from the Arabs. Okay, they're blowing that town up, and then they're going to come in and move in and take the land. That's their plan. They've been doing this whole time. Okay, they took the land of the Native Americans. All right. They possibly took the land over there. They're trying to take the land over there in Lahaina, Hawaii. Okay, they burnt that land up. Okay, direct energy weapon, more than likely. Okay, so let's read about them again. And they covet fields, and they take them by violence. You hear that? All right, doesn't that sound familiar? With the Native Americans in houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Did they not re-engineer the Native Americans to be what they wanted them to be? They sent the kids to to America, learn the ways, the Western ways. Yeah, they did that, and they murdered a lot of those children too. Okay, and they cover fields and take them by violence and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. This is what the Lord has to say. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power. Behold, against this family. Okay, so it's pointing out a race of people. Okay, let's read that again. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go hardly, for this time is evil. So the Lord is going to bring forth destruction on these people, these Amalekites, these Edomites, these chief tribe of the Edomite family, so-called white men that are in Israel. Okay, all right, just put 2 and 2 together. We give $38 billion to Israel. Okay, they got fighter jets and all that. Why do we do that? Because they're the same people. Okay, that's why. These so-called white people over here and the white people over there, the so-called white man that's in Israel today, they're the same people. All right, the small hats are just the chief tribe. They're the chief of them. Okay. Matthew 11 and 12. All right. And this has been this way for quite some time, even since the Roman period. Let's read about it. Matthew 11 and 12. Matthew 11 verses 12. All right. So what they're doing is not something new. They've been taking the land from people from times, long time. They've been doing this forever, all the way back in the ancient Roman Empire and the Greeks. Okay. Matthew 11 and 12. And from the days of John the Baptist, this is during Yahushua's time, he was on the earth, so-called Jesus, right? And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven is within the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. That's it. We make up the kingdom of heaven, okay, through us, okay? We're representative of that. So listen to this. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence. That's the children of Israel, suffereth violence. And the violent take it by force. All right, that being the land. All right. For all the prophets and the laws prophesied until John. Okay, so that being the point is verse 12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence and the violent take it by force. The violent were the Romans. Okay, so-called white men. They were the violent. They were the ones who had them in captivity. All right. All right. So Yahushua, the one they called Jesus, was in captivity. All right. So the one you called Jesus was in captivity under these same Edomites that took over Judea. Okay, the same ones today, they took over Judea. All right. These people, they don't have no changes. All right. They murdered the babies that were occupying Judea within the tribe of Judah. Okay, they were Negroes dwelling there in the tribe of Judah in the southern kingdom. All right, during Yahushua's time. All right, let's read about it. Matthew 2 and 1. We'll read down to 16. Matthew 2, 1 through 16. All right. Just understand, Herod was an Edomite. He wasn't an Israelite. And he was the king of Judea. All right. They took control over the Israelites. All right. All right. Let's read about it. Now, when Yahushua, the one they called Jesus, was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, where is he that is born king of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and are come to worship him. When Herod the king had heard these things,
he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where the Mashiach should be born. And they said unto him, in Bethlehem of Judea. For thus is written by the prophet, but and thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah, for out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel. All right, and this was Yahweh, the one they called Jesus. All right, then Herod, when he had privily called the wise men, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem and said, go and search diligently for the young child. And when we have found him, bring me word again that I may come and worship him also. So he used deceit, okay? He was an Edomite. He wasn't an Israelite. He was an Edomite king. He used deceit because he wanted to know where the child would be born. Okay? Let's read on. When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them till it came and stood over where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And when they were come into the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. All right, verse 12. And being warned of the Most High in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way. Okay. And when they were departed, verse 13, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word. For this is the point. For Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. Okay? Herod was an Edomite. He wasn't an Israelite. They had taken over control of Judea. All right? The Negroes were ruling over there in the southern kingdom of Israel. All right? The Edomites, the so-called white man, and the Romans had control of Judea. And they set up their own king, okay, to rule over the people. All right? And therefore, he seeked the life of the Messiah, of the Mashiach. It was them, the same people, those small hats, the Edomite, all right, over here, the so-called white men, the Edomites over there in Israel today. They're the same people. They're the ones who seek his life. Okay? That's what I'm trying to tell you. All right? So when he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Egypt, and was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, out of Egypt have I called my son. Then Herod, this is the point, then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceedingly wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem, and all the coasts thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men. So it was Herod, who was an Edomite, who was a so-called white man. His father was Antipater. Okay, they are the ones. He is the one that seek the life of the Lord and killed the babies, killed the children. Okay, all right. So they are the wicked of the earth. Okay, these small hats. All right, the so-called white man over there in Israel that's currently occupying Israel today are the Gentiles. Okay, and the so-called white man over here also are the Gentiles. All right, okay, that's who it is. All right, that's the reason why we give them $38 billion a year. okay, to protect them, all right, to protect Israel, because they're the same people, okay? They own America, okay? They own America. The small hats own America, okay? They own America, all right? That's the reason why we fight for them. We're sending 2 carriers right now to Israel, okay, to protect them, all right? But they're not the people of the Lord. They're the Edomites in the Holy Bible, all right? The Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics are the children of Israel, all right? They wrought the judgment of the Lord and were destroyed, all right, by these so-called white people, okay? All right, so as I read, Herod was an Edomite. He seeked the life of the Hamashiach, all right? He wasn't an Israelite, okay? They had taken control of Judea, the southern kingdom of Israel. The so-called Jesus was in captivity. He was a Negro, all right? Let's read that. Revelation 1 and 13, and it reads, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet were like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice is a sound of many waters. So if you burn anything in a furnace, it's going to be dark, and that's what you have. What John the Revelator was stating. That's what he was coming up with. Okay, that's what he was trying to tell you. All right, that Yahushua wasn't the so-called white man. All right, he wasn't the so-called white man. He was a Negro. All right, from the tribe of Judah. All right, and I just pissed off a whole lot of Edomites. I guess they just came from church, I guess, but they got to hear it too. All right, but the guy at the end, he agreed to me. He agreed with me. They the same damn people. That's funny. All right. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful to hear that, though. They the same people, man. Why do you think we send them $38 billion a year and help them out? They're the same people, man. Bro. Okay? They ain't the Israelites. They're the Edomites. Okay? And this lesson is called The Controversy of Zion. I'm trying to get you to understand it and let you know for sure, all right, what these people have done, all right? They murdered the children of Israel, okay? At the birth of the Messiah. The Edomite king did that, okay? Herod. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so the scriptures tell us that the nation of Israel, all right, the nation of Israel would be gathered, okay, all right, by Yahushua and the angels from Babylon the Great, from America and the subsequent lands in which they were brought over here to in captivity. Okay, all right, okay. Ezekiel 36. Verses 1 through 7. Okay. Ezekiel 36. Verse 1 through 7. Also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. And that's what I'm doing now, prophesying. Thus saith the Lord power. Because the enemy has said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. They took the land of Israel. Okay, you see, they took America as well. Okay, therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen. We were still in possession. Our ancestors were taken from the west coast of Africa and brought here. Okay, all right, that ye might be a possession under the residue of the heathen, and ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are an infamy of the people, called nigger, wetback, spinks. Okay, therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord power, to the mountains and the hills, to the rivers and to the valleys, to the desolate wastes, and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all I do. What is Idumea? Idumea is another name for Edom, and they were occupying Judea during the Grecian period. Okay, all right. So so-called white man's been ruling since the Greeks, the Romans, until now. Okay, all right. And this is what the Lord is saying. All right. I'll read 5 again. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession. Okay, they took the land of Israel with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. They allow other so-called Judaism worshipers to come into Israel and occupy the land. All right. Verse 6, prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains and to the hills, to the rivers and to the valleys, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen. Who bore the shame of the heathen? Who bore the shame? You Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics. Okay, you bore the shame of the heathen. They was hanging, they was lynching y'all in this land. Okay, all right. You know, lynching the Mexicans, lynching the Negroes, putting to death the Native Americans on this soil. All right. So you bore the shame of the heathen. All right. Verse 7. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I have lifted up mine hand. Surely the heathen that are about you, the heathen that are about you, they shall bear their shame. All right. So that's what we're awaiting now. That's what's happening in the earth. All right. Okay. World War III is mounting up. Okay. In the controversy of Zion, who the real true people, is being proclaimed. Okay. All right. So what is the actual land of the so-called Amalekite, the so-called white man? What was given to them by the Heavenly Father? All right, let's read about it. Deuteronomy 2, 3, and 5. Deuteronomy 2, 3, and 5. All right, after Israel was on a hike through the mountains, okay, through the wilderness. Deuteronomy 2 and 3, this is what it said. Ye have compassed this mountain long enough, turn you northward. And command thou, that's the Most High speaking to the children of Israel and the Israelites. And command thou the people, saying, ye are to pass through the coast of your brethren, the children of Esau, the so-called white men, which dwell in Seir, and they shall be afraid of you. Take ye good heed unto yourself. Therefore, meddle not with them, for I will not give you of their land, no, not so much as a footbreadth, because I have given Mount Seir unto Esau for a possession. That's their land. Okay, that's what was given to them. Okay, land of Mount Seir. If you look up the treasury building in Petra, it's the same Roman architecture as in the White House, the treasury building in DC, which links them up together. You understand? They're the same people of the Greeks and the Romans and they rebuilt here in this land here, which gives me an excellent segue to Malachi. Well, no, we'll go to Job 9 and 24 and then Malachi. Job 9 and 24. They're the wicked of the earth. Okay. 9 and 24. Job 9 and 24. So what you have to understand is you've been ruled over by the wicked. Okay. So ain't no amount of vote you gonna correct anything. All right. Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not, wherein who is it? Okay, that's a question. All right. So the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, which is Esau, Edom. All right. European Union. All right. Okay. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. The true judges were the Negroes. All right, ruling over in Europe. All right. That's why when you look up, you Google God, Jesus, you Google Almighty, the angels. What do you find out? You see number white people. Why? Because they covered the face of the judges, the true judges. Okay. All right. All right. So Esau, Edom, the so-called white man in his seed line, with the small hats over in Israel that are ruling the planet Earth. Your Rothschilds, your Zuckerbergs, your Spielbergs, all right, Oppenheimers, Bill Gates, along with them. They have the same mode of operation. They cover land and they take them violence, and they take the resources of the earth. All right. Let's go to Nahum 3 and 1. Nahum 3 and 1. Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. See, so the children of Israel never departed from here. They were put into captivity, put on cargo slave ship, delivered here. The descendants are still here to this very day. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. The prey departeth not. The children of Israel, the Israelites, they don't depart. Okay? They haven't departed. So you understand. Habakkuk 2, verses 4 through 12.
I want you to keep preaching, brother.
Oh, okay.
Keep preaching.
All right.
Okay.
How you
I
doing?
think what you're doing out here is wonderful.
Oh, you think so?
Yes.
Okay.
You're speaking for God.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I was trying to listen to you, but I was getting something to eat really quick before I go to work.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I really admire what you're doing.
Oh, thanks.
This
all
is
right.
of the essence. Like our time is very short.
Yeah.
Very important. And you're running for short.
All right.
But I want to give you positive.
Yeah. So,
Keep going.
what's your nationality?
I'm Pentecostal.
No. What's your nationality?
Oh, I'm a United States citizen.
Yeah, we all are.
Yeah.
But who are your people?
I don't understand what you're asking. Like,
Okay.
people.
All right. Okay. What I'm asking you is, are you okay?
Did your ancestors come over to this land, or did they inherit? Did they take the land?
Oh, well, I'm part German and Cherokee Indian.
Okay, part. Okay, what about your father?
That was my dad's mom and dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your dad's?
It was my grandparents.
Okay, your grandparents? Your grandparents are what?
German and Cherokee.
What was your father?
And he was part of them, so he was German and Cherokee.
Oh, he was part of.
Yeah. It's
Which
my
one
grandparents. It was his parents. My grandmother was Indian. My grandfather was German.
Okay, your grandfather was German.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And your father?
And my father was their sibling, so he was part German.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well.
German.
Yes.
All right. So I can give you the breakdown of what is going to happen. Let me show you here. All right. This is a situation. The children of Israel are the Negroes, Native Americans, and Spanish. You had mentioned the Cherokee Indians. Oh, okay. So your father was German. All right. So hopefully, Lord willing, because the Israelites did occupy that land at one time, that you're possibly a descendant through the line of the Israelites. Okay. Because the Lord is only delivering the house of Jacob. Okay. He's only delivering the house of Jacob. All right. All right. The 12 tribes. All right. They're listed here on this sign, and this is just a preview of it, just to provide understanding. Because biblically, what happened was, okay, I just break it down you simply. In 1492, I know you understand that, Columbus sailed the ocean blue, right? Okay, so we learned that in high school, right? See, the Lord gave the dominion to two people. It was a so-called white man, all right? He's representative of Esau, all right? And he's given the dominion also to Jacob, all right? All right, the 12 tribes, all right? Which represented on the sign right here, Negroes, Negroes. So what the Lord did, he allowed the dominion to be given to Esau first, because he was the firstborn of Rebekah and Isaac, okay, in the scripture. All right. So they Esau has been ruling since the Greeks. He's been ruling since the Greeks. Since Alexander the Great, the so-called white man has been rule of the whole planet. Okay. The dominion was given to him. There's only going to be given to two different individuals, Jacob and Esau. That's it. That's how the world's going to be run. Okay. Decided even before they were born. Okay. So Yahushua is the name of the son in Paleo Hebrew. Jesus was the Greek name they assigned. Okay. But the true name of our Lord is Yahushua, and the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. Okay. And he's coming to deliver, Yahushua is coming to deliver his people again out of bondage, out of Egypt. We're currently in another Egypt. This is America around the world, because we were scattered in slavery. Okay. We were scattered in slavery and put in bondage. Okay. So let me see if I can read something to you. I'll read this right here. And, the lesson that I'm doing today was about actually the controversy of Zion. Okay, we're getting ready to go to war. World War III is breaking out. This is biblical, and the people that are in the land are the Edomites. They're the ones who control the whole planet Earth. They're the chief tribe, Amalek, in which are the small hats, in which they own America. That's why we send $38 billion a year to Israel, because they're the same people. The so-called white men and the Israelites, Israel over there, they're not the Israelites. They are the Edomites, and therefore that's why they protect them. They basically run Hollywood, the movies, everything. So therefore, that's why we give them money. We give them money because they're the ones in control of the money. The Federal Reserve,
our politics. So it ain't no sense of you voting because they're gonna make the decision on it. Who's gonna be in the White House? All right. They are the wicked of the earth. Okay, the Lord. They are the wicked of the earth. Okay. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. This is how the Negroes got over here. All right. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Again with ships. We know that he wasn't talking about Egypt there. He's talking about the similitude of Egypt because he speaks in similitude. Let me read that to you. The Lord speaks in similitude. Hosea 12 and 10, and it reads, I have also spoken by the prophets, and because the Lord don't come down and have to say, do this. He speaks through his men, the prophets. They would descend from the children of Israel. Okay, the prophets. Okay. Hosea 12, I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. So he used a similitude of Egypt and Babylon. They're synonymous with America, okay, where we were sent. So I'll read this again so you can understand. Deuteronomy 28 and 60. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again, America, by way in the subsequent lands which they took us from the west coast of Africa to America, all right, by transatlantic slave trade, triangular slave trade, by way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and their yield shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Okay, let me show you what happened. Exactly. Okay. Understand that this really did happen to us. No one bought us. We still in captivity. There ain't been no reparation, and this is what happened. We got sold to our enemies, so-called white people. We had a yoke of iron put around our necks, according to the scriptures. We were sold. They fed our babies to alligators. We were burnt to the stake. Ku Klux Klan. All of that happened to the Negroes over here. Okay, they are the children of Israel, the royal house of Judah. That's why it came down so hard upon us, the Negroes. Okay, all right. You understand? All right. This is where we were taken. See, they didn't show you this in school. This is the west coast of Africa. This is the Negro land map of 1947, and on that map, it shows the kingdom of Judah on the slave coast. That's where they took us, because we are the royal house of Judah, the African Americans. You know, so the Lord is coming back to deliver his people out of bondage. Okay, so that's what's going down. All of the war, everything, that's the deliverance. Okay. Unfortunately, a lot of people gonna have to die for it. Okay, he's gonna destroy this land. America is gonna be destroyed. I'll read that to you. Amos 9 and 8. It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord power, which his name is Yahweh, are upon the sinful kingdom. All right, they promoted homosexuality here, LGBT flags flying in every nation. Okay, that's what the rulers did. Okay, the so-called Edomites, Esau did. All right, behold, the eyes of the Lord power upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, the 12 tribes, saith the Lord. So that's why I'm out here to call back my people back into the truth and the understanding of the Holy Bible before it's too late. Okay? Right? Well, thank you. Yeah. So, and yeah, hopefully you're in that line.
I know where I stand with God. Yeah. He's my number one. But I just wanted to say, keep up the good work. Keep speaking his word.
All right. Well, could you come around here for a second? All right. So she may be an Israelite. she's able to stand and listen, may you get the understanding. Hopefully, you can go back home and read those scriptures. All
I
right.
read my Bible every day. It's actually in my car on my dash. I take it to work with me.
All right.
God bless you.
Okay, you too.
Thank
All right.
you.
Bye. All right. So we keep going on. So she said her father's German, her mother is Cherokee. Okay, so we occupied a little bit of Germany. So down the line, maybe she might be an Israelite. She stood there. She didn't seem to get upset when I told her this nation was going to be destroyed. So hopefully, you just never know. We don't know, but because we know that in the family line, descendants, we don't know. All right, we can go back 4 generations, but after that, we don't know. Okay, but anyway, she seemed to listen to what I had to say, and she didn't reject what I had to say. All right, so let's carry on with the lesson. So Malachi with the Lord. Okay, I read Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, then we go to Malachi 1:4, which proves who the wicked is. All right, Malachi 1:4. Malachi 1:4. Because most of the Edomites that I talk to, so-called white people, when I tell them of the destruction of America, they kind of start getting offended. Okay, but she didn't get offended. Malachi 1:4, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. They built the desolate places again after the Renaissance period over here in America. Hey, you know you was an Israelite according to the Bible? All right. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord power, the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them, this being the point, the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord has indignation forever. So this is pretty much revealing who the Edomites are. Okay, I'll read that again. Malachi 1:4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. See, during the Dark Ages, they weren't in rulership. Okay, Jacob was in rulership over there in Europe. All right, and from 300 AD to the 1300s, they weren't in rule. They started coming back into power in the 1300s, and that's when in the 1400s we learned of the Renaissance period. Okay, the rebirth, that was them rising back into power. Okay, they had Michelangelo paint all these paintings and stuff like that. Okay, all right, so that's what this means. It says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return. They will return. Okay, the Roman Empire fell. They were in the Dark Ages from 300 to 1300s. And then they returned after the 1300s into power because the Lord had put a seal upon them, and then he lifted that seal. Okay. But we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them, the people, the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord has indignation forever. Okay, the Lord has indignation for them forever. We learned of that in Romans 9:13. It said, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So the Lord hates them. He built them to be the wicked of the earth. All right, to put wickedness in the earth. If you understand that. Okay. Isaiah 45:7. I create. Let me just read it. Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Okay? So he created Esau, Edom, so-called white man, to be the wicked on the earth. Okay? He gave them a great sword in order to do this. Okay? This great sword is the ability to create fantastic weapons. All right? The reason why they were able to go into Africa and pillage. Okay, they took down Africa. A lot of the Edomite nations, they took down Africa. The Dutch, the French, and so because they had the Gatling gun. All right, this was given to them. That's why they have such fantastic weapons today. All right, let's read about it. Genesis 27 and 38. All right, Genesis 27 and 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me, also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And this is the point. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And this happened during, they broke the yoke off their neck after King Solomon was ruling. Okay, then they did it again during the they gained power during as the Greeks, and then they were taken down as the Romans. All right, and now they're back into power again. Okay, all right, and they're in dominion of the earth. Guess I'll read Revelation chapter 20, bring some more understanding. Revelation chapter 20. All right, verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having a key of the bottomless pit of Europe, okay, and a great chain in his hand. This represented slavery. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. That dragon being the Roman Empire, okay, and this symbolizes the dark ages. Okay, bound him for 1,000 years, the dark ages, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, so that they wouldn't rise up over Jacob, the Negroes that was ruling, the so-called Moorish kingdom and stuff that was back then. The Lord set a seal upon the so-called white man, so he couldn't take them down yet. All right, out of power. That he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season. All right, okay. All right, verse 7. And when the 1,000 years expire, Satan shall be loosed out of prison. All right, this will symbolize the Roman Empire, the so-called Edomite rule. All right, they came back into power in the 1300s. All right, and what did they do? And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, which that symbolizes Russia today, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. So they, as soon as they came back into power, and shall go out to deceive the nation. How did they deceive the nation? With white Jesus and Christianity. They came forth with an edict that said you either become a Christian or you become a slave. Okay, they enslaved all non-Christians. They said they had the right to enslave all non-Christians, and that's why when they came to the New World, they felt like they could do whatever they wanted to do to the Native Americans. Okay, all right, and also they enslaved the house of Judah. So they enslaved and took control of the whole house of Israel. Okay, the 12 tribes. All right. Okay. All right. Let's keep reading. Let's keep reading Revelations. Now we'll go back to Genesis. All right. I was wondering when that was going to start. Usually when they get offended, that's when that starts. The blowing the horns, automatic. Genesis chapter 27 and 38 again. All right. Then we'll read that again. Verses 39. No, we'll read verses 40. Because this is the point I'm saying. And by thy sword shalt thou live and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass that when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break the yoke from off thy neck. So the point being, he was given the blessing of the sword from Isaac and from the Heavenly Father. All right. So that's why they were able to go forth and conquer everybody. Okay. They had the gift of the sword. All right. Let's go to Revelation 6 and verse 4. Revelation 6 and verse 4, and it reads, and there went out another horse that was red. This was symbolic of the Roman Empire, the Greco-Roman Edomites, okay? Because when he came out, he was born red, okay? So-called white man isn't white, he's red, okay? And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. They were given a great sword. This is a sword of war. Okay, that's why we have America, Babylon the Great, and the EU, the NATO. All right, nobody wants to stand against them. They're armed. All right, because the Lord gave them the gift of the sword. Okay, all right. If you can understand, all right, fantastic weapons. All right, that's why you got America with 5,000 nukes, and then you got Russia with 5,000 nukes. All right, they both Edomite nations. Okay. All right. Anyway. So we'll go to Joel 3, 1 and 2. And it reads, for behold, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. Okay, which that's the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. The southern kingdom being the Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics. The northern kingdom, the southern kingdom being you Negroes. This northern kingdom being you Native Americans and Hispanic, Latino, Native Americans. All right. Okay. Behold, in those days and in that time will I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Okay, so the Edomites, this is telling you that they parted the land of Israel. Okay, how did they do that? They took control of it. All right, the real people, the true nation of Israel is in America. They're scattered all over the earth. Let's read. And the Lord said he would bring the nations to the valley of Jehoshaphat. That's down there in the Middle East. That's how this controversy of Zion is going to be settled. It's going to be settled in war. Okay? And this is starting to take shape right now as we speak. Let's read that again. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat or Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations in slavery, transatlantic slavery. Okay, you understand? Okay. Verse 9. Proclaim ye among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares and the swords and your pruning hooks and the spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither. Cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. Not the whole world, the children of Israel, the 12 tribes. You Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics, all right? Okay. So the Lord is going to make them go to war, okay? For the controversy of Zion. He's going to make them go to war. It's going to be war, all right? That's what's happening right now. That's the reason why this is happening, okay? Over there in the Middle East, all right? Let's go to Jeremiah 51:7. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. House for her, take off her pain, if so she may be healed. The Babylon is America, and they're trying to bring America back. Okay, they through increasing the interest rate, and ain't nothing working. Okay, that's what this means. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country, for judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. Verse 10, the Lord has brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord, our power. Okay, and how is this? How is everything going to be settled? Okay, all right. Hey, did you know you're an Israelite according to the Bible? Huh? Did you know you're an Israelite according to the Bible? Yeah. All right. The time is short, brother. You see what's happening over there in the Middle East? I was just getting ready to talk, so they give us the Bible. It's getting ready to go down, brother. You from Jamaica? Yeah. Yep. You from the tribes of Israel, man. We were brought here in servitude. Y'all people serve captivity, serving captivity as well. Okay. All right. My channel is the Sons of Asaph channel. You can go there. It's the Sons of Asaph. Look me up, brother. All right. Because we have to do the work of the Lord, man. Yeah. Sons of Asaph. All right. Huh? Yeah, that's ASAPH, I think. ASAP, yeah. All right, thank you. All right. Well, let's verse 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the sky. So the Lord, remember what Esau Edom has done at Babylon the Great, and he's telling you he's remembering it, and his the atrocities, all the things that went, the Lord has not forgotten. All right, verse 11. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord has raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, in which the land of the ancient Medes is Russia. Okay, for his device is against Babylon to destroy it. All right, and this is the point of the lesson. because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. All right. So the Lord is going to give the vengeance for the controversy of Zion by destroying it. He's going to use Russia to spearhead the destruction of Babylon the Great. Okay. And that's going to settle the controversy of Zion. Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and read Deuteronomy 30, 1 through 7. Deuteronomy 30, 1 through 7. Let's not go ahead and close here. All right. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, all right, upon the Israelite, all right, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all nations where the Lord thy power has driven thee, and shalt return unto the Lord thy power, and shalt obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that then the Lord thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all nations, whether the Lord thy power has scattered thee. So we wouldn't be in the land of Israel. We would be scattered, and the Lord will gather us from where our ancestors were taken. Okay, the lands that our ancestors were taken into slavery. Okay? If any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee, and the Lord thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed. Okay, the Lord himself is going to bring you there through the angel. Okay, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. All right. Now I guess I'll read one more. Matthew 24. And I think it's 31. Okay. Yeah. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet. Okay. The gathering work. He's going to gather us from here, right? We're not going to be in Israel. He's going to gather us and bring us there. Okay. All right. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, because we're scattered to the four winds, okay, in the earth, okay, north, east, west, south, okay. All right. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Okay. That's how it's going to be done. When we go to Revelations 11 and 12. All right. All right. This is what salvation is going to be. It's going to be more fantastic than parting the Red Sea. All right. It says Revelation 11 and 12, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. Okay. Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. That cloud is a chariot, so-called UFOs. They're the angels. That's how the nation of Israel, the children of Israel, you Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics, are going to be delivered from the missiles that are going to be shot from the end of the earth. Okay, that's how the deliverance is going to happen. Verse 13. And in the same hour was there a great earthquake, because the missiles are going to hit, and a 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake was slain of men 7,000. And the remnant, and that's a complete number, numerology in the Bible. Number 7 is completion. So it's going to be a complete number of people that's going to die. And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the Most High of heaven, because when the missiles hit, they're going to be taken up out of the way into the ship, and they're going to be looking down on the burning of this place. How do we know that? We go here to we go to Revelation 15 and verses 2. We go to Revelation 15 verse 2, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. Okay, a sea of glass mingled with fire. Okay, they went up in the chariot. They saw as it were, he saw as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, because it's going to be fire down here, and he's going to be looking through the chariot. And them that had gotten the victory over the beast and over his image and over the mark and over the number of his names stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. Okay, so they're going to be delivered by the chariots. They're going to be looking down through the sea of glass at their deliverance. That's going to be the salvation. That's how the children of Israel, the elect of Israel, is going to be saved. For all you who don't return back to the Most High, you stay in idol worship and so forth, and don't seek the Lord, you're going to be left here, and you're going to be melted. Okay? So with that, I say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rekakadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and shalom to the believer, and double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Shalom.